Time watching the show. It's a show I put together for us to hang out and talk about fishing during this coronavirus thing since we're all sheltered in place. And it's going to be a long time before it's over. So let's just have a good time for at least an hour in the day. I'm doing a show Monday through Friday, and it's called Happy Hour with Roman. So welcome. If you enjoy this kind of content, click that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you don't miss the next time we go live. Okay. Going to jump into the chat. It's real early, 30 seconds in. I'm trying to work on the intro. So, yeah, cool. All right. So we're going to wait for some people to jump in, and we'll kick off the show, and we'll have some fun. Yesterday was a pretty good show. A lot of people called in. So if you have if you missed the live version and you want to call in, you should make the time. It's I start at 7, sometimes 7:05, sometimes 7:10. But for the most part, I'm on time. Okay, wait for some people to jump on. I see 4 people on here. Yeah. Okay, R6 Pseudo, welcome. I don't think I've seen you in the live stream before. Welcome to the show. Christian, welcome to the show. I'm not sure if I've seen you on the show before, but I think I have responded to some of your comments. Welcome to the show. All right, let's get going. I see people jumping on. There we go. There's the chats. All right. Perfect. Expand this a little bit. There we go. Okay, there's the chats coming through. Christian's in the house. Jet's back. Welcome back. Dan's back in the house. What's up, Dan? We missed you a couple of days. We missed you for the past couple of days, or yesterday actually. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good Friday. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Oh yeah. So shout out to David Mendiola. Shout out. That's coming out from R6 Pseudo. There you go. Shout outs all night, guys. So if you need a shout out, just put it in the comment. I'm shouting people out today. Shout out Friday. Shout out Friday it is. All right. So nice. All right, perfect. Cool. All right. So let's get started. It looks like we have enough people in the house. Nine viewers so far. Awesome. Lorenzo's back. Welcome back. Go Raiders. Nice. Yeah, go Raiders. Only there's no sports anymore, right? The sports are over. Sports are all canceled. Unless it's like I wonder what sports are still going. Anyway, let's get back on topic. All right. So let's kick off the show with my favorite theme song. Here we go. This is a lounging show. It's meant for us to be entertained and hopefully be an hour in your life where you're not too stressed. Where we can hang out and talk about stuff that, I don't know, we talk about like when we're out on the water, right? Like if we were fishing, talk about fishing, of course, but there's always the random conversations about like what's going on with your life and that kind of stuff. So all that stuff is open. All that stuff is fair game. I just ask that you guys keep it young people friendly. I want to be able to have listeners listen to the show without fear of anybody dropping an F-bomb or some kind of curse word if they're listening with their kids. So, again, welcome back. Get the show going. Hope you guys all got a refreshing drink. Oh, here we go. Oh, yes. I always try to catch it on that dip. That's for the ASMR people. If you don't know what ASMR is, and you're stuck at home, and you're at the most bored point in the day, look up ASMR. It's funny. All right, I'm gonna switch the camera angle so I can see what you guys are saying, and then I'll jump into the conversation as well as the song kind of takes us into the show. All right. There it is. Awesome. I see you guys are connecting. That's good. I think there's a dirt biking connection going on right now in the chat. So that's awesome. All right. So Friday, it's kind of a anything goes day, I guess. But again, keep it friendly. Keep it, yeah, you know what I mean. And anything is fair game. So I got some news that one of my family members that works in the medical field is I think she has it, the COVID-19. So that's a little bit crazy. It's scary that it's hit that close to home. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen eventually. So it's everything's okay right now, but it is kind of scary to think about all these people that are getting infected, and this, like, the death rate is pretty crazy. So stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, even though I just touched my face. but I washed my hands. And pretty much I don't leave my house, so let's see. Come on. Oh. It won't change angles because I'm already on that angle. Okay. So the phone number's on the screen, guys. Feel free to call in. Let me make sure my phone is paired. That would have been a nice snafu. Okay. So my phone is paired with this mixer, and I'll be ready to take calls. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a crazy day today, guys. I didn't really sleep much last night, so sorry if I'm a little bit off. Trying to get it together here. Let's see. There it is. All right, I think we're good. We're in. Okay. Phone's ready. Soundboard is ready. Mic is ready. The lighting is up. The show is going. The mics are open. Ready for you guys to call in. Let me lower that. One-handed angler asked, happy hour tonight? ? He did it on Instagram. Somebody just hit him up real quick and say, like, yeah, bro, we're on it right now. Let's see. Okay, yes, on now. Perfect. All right, guys. Let me read through some of these comments. Okay, Jeff, Brian. Well, Brian, welcome back, Brian. Okay, let's see. Oh, I see what that was about. Okay, cool. All right. Josh asked a fishing related question. PB Spotty. Josh Cast. I don't think you've been in the stream before. Welcome. Also, Alora, welcome to the show. Okay, so my PB Spotty is 17 inches. That's I caught it at night during the live stream, so that was pretty fun. But there's guys in here who are looking for that 20-inch spotty, and that would be amazing. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Let's see. Dog Dude Drone IPA. Okay, what kind of IPA are you drinking? Sambo Rat. Oh, welcome to the show. I know you haven't been on the show yet. We met out in Mission Bay, I believe. Welcome to the show. Let's see. Nice. Josh's personal best is 16-inch spotty. Guys, I'm realizing that I how can I even start to talk about it? It's just totally off topic. I'm just going to talk about this while either somebody calls in or somebody asks a question. Got any JDM gear to share? JDM, like Japanese domestic product, Japanese domestic market. Yeah, I think that's what it means. I don't. Yeah, I don't have it. I think all of my gear is just like the regular U.S. release of the gear. But I hear the Japanese domestic market gear is supposed to be a lot better, but it's like super expensive, and the way I treat my gear, I don't think it's worth it for me to spend that much more money on it where I'm going to be thrashing it around in the back of my truck or in my kayak. So it's for the way I treat my gear, like Shimano SLTs or even something more even cheaper than that would probably be my next reel, just because of the wear and tear of it. And also you throw in like the salt factor that like just gonna beat up your stuff. Now if I was fishing freshwater all the time and like took better care of my stuff, then I would probably spend a little bit more on that type of gear. Awesome. All right, cool. All right, so that's funny. I get like sidetracked with all the chat. It's awesome that you guys are going back and forth on it. So I was gonna say, I drew the spotty up here, the spotty Republic flag. Let me see this. Let's cut down a little bit. So that's like the grumpy spotty logo, and I drew that a couple of years ago now. I think maybe 2 years ago now. And then I also put out this angry halibut, angry butt, right here. And with the newfound free. Oh yeah, and I also did this this custom little crankbait logo for the lures I was making once upon a time. So there's my little cannibal baits crankbait lure. I liked it. I mean, I thought it would be cool to have a bait that actually looked like that, so I made one, and then made the shirt. So what I'm trying to get at is what should be the next fish I draw? What should be the next SoCal species of fish that I draw? What do you guys think? And then that'll be like the next shirt that I make. You can get a budget or a mid-range. Oh yeah, perfect. Another florist coming in with some good gear advice. You can get a budget or mid-range JDM gear like $60 to $150 for the reel or rod. Free shipping at most websites after $100. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. But so that's funny. That's funny. Our sick is like, I just bought a 1987 Civic CRX SI. That's like that's JDM. That's JDM for sure. That takes me back, dude. I used to drive an Integra, not the GSR, but just like the regular one, the non-VTEC one. But I put in a CRV motor, so instead of having like a 1.8, it was like a 2.0. It was like dumb. Those are crazy days. But yeah, so I know what you mean by JDM. And then let's see, a lizard fish. That's so funny. Yeah, that would be awesome. Would you wear a shirt of a lizard fish? Lizard fish. Another thing that I'm thinking about, guys, and since I have you guys here as a captive audience, there's 19 of you, which is awesome. Let's hit that thumbs up button or that like button so that the stream gets pushed out to more of my subscribers and they can come and join the party. That's funny. That's funny. Oh yeah, dude. Darren, that's a good one. The sheephead. That has like a lot of that fish already looks like a cartoon. Like the bulbous head and then like the crazy teeth that are kind of like snaggletooth, and then like its mouth has got a really cool contour, like the what are those fish called in Florida with the hogfish, like the it's kind I think it's a hogfish family, like the way the mouth is shaped when it's open. I haven't seen a cool cartoonish sheep's head with its mouth open, like kind of gnarly coming at you. That'd be kind of cool. That's a good one. That's a good one. Sheep's head. That's a good one. Let's see. Oh, Arsic has cooked lizardfish, and they said they're pretty good. Oh, a lean cod. Yeah, lean cod is good too. In India, it's a delicacy, lizardfish. That's crazy. A blue ling, yeah, lean cod. Yeah, lean cod is. I love the way the lean cods look underwater. They look like dragons, like a Chinese or like Japanese dragon, like that style of dragon, where it's kind of like a serpent, and it's got like a crazy looking face. Yeah, like underwater, they look awesome. Yeah, it's cool. Lean cod. Okay, I'm making notes, guys, and then maybe I'll do a poll, or I'll sketch out some stuff, and I'll see whatever looks most appealing. I'll end up doing that. Cool. Let's see. It's awesome. All right, guys. If you guys want to call in, now's the time. The phone lines are open. The phone line is open. Hope you guys had a good day at work, and they let you guys off early. Do you guys? What are your plans for the weekend? Are you staying in, like you should be, or are you sneaking out to go fish, or are you gonna stay at home and are you gonna work on something when you're at home? Like, what is it that you're gonna work on? What's your what's your plan B when you can't fish? Put it in the comments or call in, and we can talk about it. Okay, now I have another question for you guys. I mean, I think I'm hitting you guys with too many questions. Here we go. We have our first caller. Bring this up. This is Roman. Thanks for calling Happy Hour.
Hey, Roman, Brian again.
What up? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? Hey, doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Last night I had a little bit of trouble sleeping. I got kind of carried away on a project, and I didn't end up getting maybe like 2 hours of sleep. So, and then once the kids wake up, it's over.
Oh, I know. So, yeah, my schedule is totally off, too. It seems like I'm up till 2, and then don't even get up out of bed till 8, 9.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, my schedule's all been off, too.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So, what have you been up to? What's your plan B when you can't fish?
I'm actually still working, so
nice.
My plan B is still working right now.
Awesome. Are you gonna be what are you gonna be doing this weekend?
This weekend, I don't know. I have no plans. I don't know. Just taking it, I guess, a day by day here.
Yep.
Maybe go work in the yard.
Yep.
Go on some fishing gear.
Right.
Sit in my boat.
Right.
Hey, so I was thinking about
go ahead.
Talking about favorite lures for spotting.
Okay.
And that's been working probably the last month for me. I'm gonna ask you first. What's your favorite?
So my crutch, when I feel like I'm gonna skunk and I'm not gonna get bit, I'll default to the Ned rig with a 2-inch TRD. I think it's called a TRD. I always feel like that's not the full name. It's like a TRD. It looks like a little slug. On like a 1/5 of an ounce Ned rig. That's like my safety bait. I'm like, oh
yeah, we all have that one. I think my probably go-to, probably the first thing I always grab is the underspin. So when I'm going to the underspins, get a long cast out of them, get up through the eelgrass for a long distance, probably like a 3/8 cool bait with an MC swim bait on it. That's probably like my go-to.
Perfect. So that's usually what I'll fish. I'll do the 3/8 cool baits underspin or the 1/2 ounce, and then I'll
they just came out actually with a 1/4 ounce too. I don't know if you had a chance to try that one. That one's awesome too.
Nice. I'll have to check it out. So like I usually do the 3/8 of an ounce and the 1/2 ounce like in open water. And then what I'll do is I'll trim the I think they're MC swim baits, the ones they have that Dinner Landing. Pretty sure they're MC swim baits. They have a whole rack of them. So I'll trim those with my scissors to so there's no like parts sticking out of the lure so that matches up with the head basically, right? So let me
right, yeah.
right?
So it's a little skinnier.
Yeah, exactly. So like I don't know.
Which one are you using? Are you using the big hammer or are you using the MC?
The ones that I don't even like look that much.
Because I think the MCs are a little skinnier than the big hammer, if I remember. Or if you get fancy, you gotta do the Kytex. Kytex are always good.
Yeah, Kytex are good because you could like basically cut the head off, and then even then I'll end up cutting them. Instead of when I thread them. So I'll put this up here on this camera, and I hope you can see it. So when I thread them, I cut off right here this part. Oops, I'll trim it, the part that sticks off from the top of the head, like right there, and then I'll also I'll also kind of instead of putting the hook right to the center of it, I put it a little bit lower, so it's got more of a gap here between the blade and the actual lure, so it has more like action space, I guess, more spinny action space, and then I'll also trim, like if you turn it sideways, I'll also trim the edges to make it rounded off, and so I'll do that with both like the MCs or the was it big hammers. And then if I get frustrated with like getting the lure broken off or just like bit off, I'll usually switch over to like a Z-Man paddle tail, and those things just last forever.
You know, I also, if it's really slow and MC's not working, big hammer's not working, I'll actually get a Berkeley saltwater rub, the Gulf series ones.
Right.
And I'll use like the dark camo color, and you don't get a lot of big guys with that one, but it seems to attract the small ones. So if you're trying to avoid the skunk or you're just trying to get some numbers or have some fun, that seems to always work for me.
That's perfect. Yeah, that makes sense. What do you use when you like, I don't even know if it's even a thing, when you're trying to target like a big one, when you're not worried about the numbers and you want to just get a quality fish?
Well, I always have these lures that you usually don't catch a lot of fish on, but when I do, it's a big one. And for me, it's the spinnerbait. So if the sun's out and I create a lot of flash with that spinnerbait, I usually only catch the big ones on that. But it's rare for some reason. I don't catch a lot of numbers on it, but it seems to get the big guys. That's
awesome. When you fish your spinnerbait, and you don't have to answer all these questions if you don't want to. I know I'm like kind of interrogating you at this point,
but like no problem.
But like, so when I fish a spinnerbait, I usually fish it without a trailer. Do you fish it? So you just fish it like how it comes. No, I've seen people put a paddle tail on there.
Yeah, you can do it either way. I don't know. I like this one. It's a War Eagle.
Yeah.
And I think it's half ounce. And right out of the box, I just cast it in just like it is there. No trailer, just straight spinnerbait.
Perfect. Yeah, spinnerbait is cool.
And yeah, I'm kind of a sucker when I go into the tackle shops, and I'm always looking at stuff, and it looks really fishy, and think it's going to work, and I usually buy these weird lures, and probably 50% of them never catch a fish, but they always look good.
That's so funny.
And I just bought this spinnerbait made by Live Target, I think it was, and it almost looks like a tiny mini A-rig. And I've been looking at it for a while, but they finally went on sale for 30% off at East County Bait and Tackle.
Oh, cool.
So I grabbed one, and well, if you saw the thing, it looks awesome. It looks like a mini A-rig with a spinner in it. It's made by Live Target. It's got, I think, 4 trailers on it.
Oh, that's cool. So
every time I go out, I got to throw this thing because it looks so awesome, but I've never caught a fish on it. And I think I fished it maybe 4 times every time I go out.
Yeah, that's crazy. How long on the arms? Like maybe like 4 inches, 5 inches?
No, yeah. It's got like a little 2-inch trailers on there and then one main one that looks like it's about 4 inch.
That's cool. It's so good.
Yeah, it looks killer, but unfortunately it's not working. That's probably why I was in the corner spin.
Right. That's funny. That's so funny. Man, that's cool. So on the home front, everybody's good. Everybody's healthy.
Yes. So whole family's good. We're trying to stay quarantined over here.
Yeah.
It's really rough. We just we're trying to figure out creative ways to get our food. So today we scheduled a Walmart pickup.
Yep.
And had them just pull up the truck and then bring all the food and just put it in the back of the truck, and then we drove it home, and then put it in my motorhome to, I guess, quarantine it for 2 days, because I hear that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then bring it in the house.
It's crazy, right? It's a whole different process. Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do, but just trying to do everything we can.
Well, that's crazy. So today, and I'm sorry to jump all through all these different topics, but like, yeah, we're pretty much kind of doing the same thing. Like, we'll leave it in the garage, and then we don't, whatever clothes we wear outside, we'll leave in the garage. And then shoes, always. I mean, we usually don't wear shoes in the house anyway, but now we don't even bring them in the house. We just take them off in the garage.
Yeah. Same thing with our Amazon packages and stuff.
Yeah.
We leave them on the porch for 2 days, and then I'll go out there and wipe them down with disinfectant wipes and then bring them in. I don't know if I'm weird for doing that, but
yeah, whatever.
I guess it can't hurt, right?
Gonna keep you healthy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it's gonna keep you healthy. It's fine. And then so I just my sister just told me there's a thing that, like, you ever heard of that Rosetta Stone? Like, it's a language learning thing. They're doing like they're doing like a 3-month free thing, so you can learn language while you're at home, I guess. So that's kind of nice. So I got it for the kids.
Learn Spanish.
Exactly. Right.
See what I was thinking when they're talking about me.
like when you go to Baja and you're like, what is he guys laughing about?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Good.
Yeah, but that's kind of like a good opportunity. It's like a Rosetta Stone, and then it's like, it's not an affiliation with me. It's not a thing that I'm promoting. It's just like, I thought it was a cool thing for them to do, to give 3 months away. Like, in 3 months, you can learn something in 3 months. That's it's good, especially if you do it every day.
Yeah, it's it seems like, I don't know what's going on, but the more time I have, the lazier I seem to be getting. I don't know why. It seems like I would take advantage of free time, but
no, see,
I don't feel like I'm maximizing my time.
That's a really good thing to talk about, because I think other people will feel the same way. Like, you lose the motivation, right? You really do have to do yourself a favor and pick something to get better at. I don't care what it is. It could be chess. It could be anything. You can play chess online with other people. You can, right? Even if it's just like, I'm gonna read for 10 minutes a day. That's it, and that's your one thing. And then that will build that one habit, and from there, you'll feel like you're on a roll and you want to do something more. And it's kind of like, it'll just build on itself. But if you start going the other direction, I'm just gonna watch Netflix all day or something like that, then yeah, it's a lot of lost productivity that you can make a lot of things with, or do a lot of stuff with. Like, for me,
totally agree with that.
For me, I'm super like I always like making. I always love making things, like drawings or podcasts or videos. I just enjoy the creative process. So free time for me is always like, oh yeah, I get to make something. So at least I have that. But I would just say, yeah, pick one thing that you want to get better at, or that you've always wanted to do and you didn't have time to do. Just start working on it.
I guess the one thing we've been doing, I'm pretty lucky. I live up in Ramona, where we're kind of spread out up here. You know, I live on a 16-acre piece of land. So
I want that. That's all nice.
It's almost like living, in the forest, because I actually have a creek behind my house. And I actually have a little fishing pond. And I have enough room to where I've been working with my son building a little shifting range and golf course around the property.
That's perfect.
I think we've got 11 holes.
Oh,
and we've
nice.
been golfing it every evening for 2 or 3 nights in a row.
But that's awesome. How long did it take you to build that?
I haven't even golfed in probably 10 years, but I got clubs and he's on the golf team. So
hey, but it's good. Then you have that. That's so awesome. How long did it take you to get it to where it's at now?
He's been building it while I've been at work. So he goes around and he takes a red Solo cup and he buries it in the ground, and he takes a weed whacker and kind of makes a little makeshift putting green.
That's so good.
And then He spray paints a T box somewhere far away.
Nice. That's perfect.
It's
Yeah, we've been
keeping him busy, and I guess it's fun.
yeah, it's awesome. And then later on, like you'll have that. You can have friends over once this quarantine goes away. Like
He will have 36 holes by then.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's like I've always like wanted like a bigger plot of land. Like me and the wife have been talking about it. I would like to have like at least a couple acres to be able to have like build things that like this is kind of a weird one, but like I want to have a stage, like a little, like a small stage, right? Where like where like and I play a guitar, but it wouldn't be for me to perform. It would be like a place that I could have somebody like an artist, like not a well established artist, but like an up and coming artist. Like say, hey, I have like I don't know, I want to perform for my 20 friends, or I want to perform for like my 15 friends, and have that stage available. It's mic'd up and wired up and everything, and then like they can come and perform there for their friends or for their immediate family. It wouldn't be like a paid admission thing. It would just be like a place for them to perform for their friends. But then I would get the benefit of enjoying like live music, So something like that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty big. Maybe just a big garage.
Yeah, right. But then you have like the thing about the neighbors. It's like it would have to be somewhere like rural.
Yeah, well, the further inland you go, Roman, the more rural and spread out we get out here.
Yeah. So might be joining
you.
Soon.
You got to break away from the coast to get that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But then it's a 40-minute drive to go fishing, which I have to do all the time. So
yeah,
you give up one thing and get another.
That's true. So everything's a balance. But we can all dream. That's so cool. Awesome. Well, that was a good talk. Thanks for calling back in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No problem.
And
I look forward to the rest of the show, Roman. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. Huh? Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
That's awesome. I like how we're starting to develop regulars. Thanks for calling back in, Brian. This is good. And that's kind of what it's about. Like we're kind of getting to know each other and like building community and having some fun, getting some laughs in, like being stuck at home. Brian and I would have never had that interaction if it wasn't for the show. Right. It's cool. We can like each other's things on Instagram and on social media and stuff, but every once in a while you still gotta talk to people. Right. All right. So the chat is like out of control. I love it. Keep going at it. I'm gonna take a second to kind of catch up on what you guys have been saying and see if anything like pops into my head about that we want to talk about. But let me look real quick. Changing angles. Somebody else called while I was talking to Brian. If you want to call back, the lines are now open. Sorry, I missed your call. Oh, I see what's happening. My keyboard is wireless, so if it takes me too long to switch between screens, when I hit the key to switch the screen, it actually wakes up and doesn't do that keystroke. So that makes sense. Okay, let's see. Lots of chats going on. Let me see shout outs real quick. Let's see. If I already shouted you out and you get shouted out again, just enjoy the shout outs. Got Alex Norton in the house. Welcome. The weedless Ned rig is my go-to. I've never fished a weedless Ned rig. I think it would get less bit. Do you fish from shore, Alex? Is that why you use the weedless? Because like for kayak applications, I don't really use the weedless. I think it just gets in the way. That's just my opinion. But let me know what you think. Philip, welcome. Cool. Yeah, Philip. It's like a crazy concept, but it's fun. So Philip, welcome to the live cast. Sambo's still here. Yes, welcome. I bought the same thing. I bought the same thing. Oh, nice. So it sounds like that lure does catch a fisherman. Another Flores talking to Triple D. Okay, cool. Okay, good. I love the fishing device going back and forth. Perfect. Another florist said he can't quarantine a burrito for 2 days. That is hilarious. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Let's see. Alex is in the house and the florist Philip. Leonard's in the house. What up? I've been spraying my Amazon packages with Lysol and leaving them on my back porch for 2 days. That's what we got to do. It's crazy times. Above the Hooks in the house. Welcome back. What's everyone doing? Let's see. Jet's here. I've been waiting to make my own tube baits lately. This quarter really makes me want... Oh, the quarantine. This quarantine really makes me want to take the jump and start. Jet, take the jump and start. Use your own words. I'm using your own words against you. Do it, dude. Just make sure you have all the right respirator equipment so you don't hurt yourself, like as far as like your lungs and with the fumes and stuff. I think that stuff puts out fumes. So yeah, do it, and then when you have them made, let me know, and I'll take 1 or 2 pieces, and I'll fish them for you. So I'll make a video about it. So there you go. That should be motivation enough to make your 2 baits come true. Brother Sport Fishing in the house. What up, Scotty? Let's see. With the life coaching. Sorry, I got all life coaching. I've been life coaching my kids the whole day. Oh, Rastacron subscribed. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, okay, rock and roll guy. Oh wait, wrong way. There you go. Oh, the camera slipped. I'm getting confused. Okay, but yeah, that's cool. Welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Brother Sport Fishing motivational happy hour. That's right. Motivational happy hour. Let me know what you guys are drinking. I know Dr. John is drinking an IPA. I'm just drinking my regular Sevilla Coke imitation Pepsi, I guess you could call it. A big barn. Philip, I think you mean you would like to have a big barn. Like since I was talking about like what I would like to have, a big barn would be awesome. What would you put in this big barn? Would you put hay and horses in there? Or would you put just a ton of fishing equipment and boats and kayaks and reels and all that good stuff? What would you put in your barn, Philip? Let us know. Okay. Somebody's going to fish Monday? Nice. Yeah. Yeah, Dog Dude Drone, 2 angles. That's right. And sorry, guys, there's not only a delay in the chat when I get it. And so there's no delay in the chat, but when I read it and read it back to you guys are already way past it. So sorry about that. And in addition to that, there's me just taking a while to talk about it. So there's a mega delay, but we'll get through it. If you want live instant reaction and instant commentary from me, then you need to call in. All right, let's see. Alex says, okay, he's been fishing off the shore mostly in Mission Bay. Alex, have you been fishing in the past couple of days? I thought everything was closed, and my friend Tim sent me a clip of the lifeguards, San Diego lifeguards, saying that they were gonna basically be patrolling, and they're all in cahoots now. All of the game wardens, the San Diego lifeguards, the San Diego Police Department, San Diego Harbor Patrol, they're all like in the same page as far as like if they see anybody out fishing, they're gonna tell them to basically not fish and go home. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, Brian, nice. I'm not the only quarantine. Yeah, right. I haven't noticed a decrease in bites or hookups last. Oh, okay, cool. Alex, thanks for that feedback. So I don't usually fish the weedless stuff anymore. And Alex does. I just wanted to see if he noticed a difference in hookup ratio. He said he hasn't, so that's good. Leonard's just drinking water today. Well, it's good. Got to stay healthy. Got to stay hydrated. Dog Dude Drone says apparently he knows Rostacron. I hope he calls in. That's funny. All right, guys. Jet's in. He's gonna make his tube bait. Get it, dude. That's awesome. He's in. He's gonna make it. He's gonna get me a couple, and I'm gonna fish it for him. Okay. Triple D, have you gone back for the largemouth on the bed yet? I think people went to go check out your your Instagram yesterday. That's perfect. What crankbait do you use when I paint your custom ones? Oh, so you're probably asking what crankbait do I use when I paint my custom ones? I get my blanks from a place called dingerbaits.com. And I think it's just run by some guy who like buys bulk. They're probably like the AliExpress ones that he buys in bulk, and then he sells them to us for like probably like a couple cents more. So I don't even know how much money he's making off of it, but like he sells them for about like $2 a piece or like $2.50 a piece. And then they come in. I usually buy the medium divers with the rattle in it, and the deep divers with the single knock. Those are the ones I use when I paint my baits. And then yeah, so it's about $2.50 or $2 per blank, and then I spend, I don't know, like it takes me like 3 or 4 hours to make. I'd say it takes me like, I don't know, like 3 hours ish, 2 hours ish to paint a batch of 10. Yeah. And then I draw the custom face on there, and then I draw the custom pattern, airbrush it, and then I let it all dry, and then I seal it with epoxy so the paint stays on there and it lasts a long time. And then I put it through. I have to let it dry overnight, and then I'll put the hooks on there. I use about $2.50 of hardware, the treble hooks and the split rings and all that stuff. And then it ends up costing me about I don't know, like, was it $5, $6, $7 to make it? And then I don't charge shipping on my site, so it costs me another $3 for the shipping with tracking per package, and then it also costs me another $1 to $2 in packaging material. So like the little plastic bag that it goes into with the sticker. So that I usually it's usually a little plastic Ziploc bag with the sticker behind it, and the bait will be across it, and then that goes into a padded envelope, and then so that ends up costing me about, I don't know, overall, like out the door, I end up not counting the labor costs, I guess, what I would make hourly, it's about, I don't know, like $10.50, and I sell them for like $20 to $25, and then so that difference is what I get paid in my labor. It doesn't end up being that much, but I do like to sit around sometimes and just like batch paint a bunch of them. Haven't done it in a while. Maybe that'll be a good live cast one of these. Maybe that would actually be a good live cast to do a painting one. Maybe we'll do it next Friday. Let's do that. Let's do it next Friday. If you want to watch me paint some baits on Friday, next Friday, let's do that. And I'll do a multiple camera setup. We'll do it in the garage. I'll light it up, and you'll get the over the spray booth camera shot, and then I'll have a camera in front of me too, so I can talk to you guys, and we can switch and do all that good stuff. I just won't have the mic, so the audio might be a little bit different, but it'll still be fun. Yeah, let's do that. All right, cool. All right, I'm done rambling. I'm done. Let's see, Alex. I was last. Oh, you went last night to the Jetties. Cool. There was about 7 homeless security car. 7. Oh, sorry. I think it said 7 homeless guys, but it's 7 Homeland security cars posted up. I don't know their purpose. And oh yeah. So a lot of the time, sometimes the people that will come over the border, they'll come like on pangas, like just like raid the beach, like literally raid the beach, or like just like haul butt down the coast, and then like just like beach it on a random beach, and then just everybody jumps out and runs. So they probably got a call in that somebody was on their way. Oh, nice. So Dog Dude Drone, Zach's friend went back and they actually landed the fish. Did you guys get the where you coming? David, I do need to go to Channel Islands. I lived in Oxnard up until I was like in 5th grade, and then moved to like Fillmore area up through high school. So I know exactly where Channel Islands is. I love that place. I used to go fishing with my dad. They're like, well, I used to go to the beach, and I used to go to the beach with my dad, and he would fish. I would just kind of run around and play in the sand. I was a kid. But yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of that area. It's a cool area. It's been like they've done a lot of remodeling there and a lot of build out. So it's a lot nicer than it was when I used to be around there. See, LA Beach is closed now too. Okay, so yeah, so it's spreading. Yeah, Jet, hoping I don't have any problems at Harbor Island tonight. You probably will. But if you it's probably gonna be hard to find parking, and then if you can get, I don't know. If you don't need to go out, guys, don't go out. It's gonna be this stuff is like super serious. Like the death count is above 1,000 now, and like the infection rate is just like going crazy. So yeah, just stay safe. Okay, we're gonna keep moving on with these comments. Yeah, see, Sambo's right. He said I wouldn't try it. The harbor police are brutal right now, and like it's just gonna be like right now they're probably still warning people, but it's gonna get to the point where they're gonna feel like, hey, you know what? We've warned people enough. It's time to it's time to start writing tickets, and that's gonna suck, right? Because you're gonna be mad that you got sent home from fishing, and then you're gonna also have to have $1,000 fine on that on top of it. So that kind of sucks. So go at your own risk. But what up? John's in the house. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Awesome. So check out Fat Boys Fishing when you get a chance. John does some sweet kayak fishing videos as well. And if you guys enjoy my videos, you'll probably enjoy his. So go check him out. Fatboysfishing .com. Fatboys Fishing on YouTube. Make sure you can probably click on his name and it'll take you there. Also, Dog Dude Drone has a channel, so make sure you check him out too. Anybody else on the stream have a channel on YouTube? And what is your channel about? Even if it's not about fishing, I want to hear what your channels are about. We need to build a YouTube creators group, like a San Diego YouTube's creator group. Or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Where we could talk about the trials and tribulations of making videos. All right, I'm going back. No, I'm actually going to keep reading the comments. Okay. So the other thing was this, I was talking about earlier was, what is it? Oh, yeah. So we have lizard fish. We have sheep's head, and we have lingcod. I love the way the lingcod look, and we do catch them here in San Diego, but not as much as we do in like NorCal. I wouldn't consider it so much a SoCal fish, even though we do get them. I'm leaning more towards sheep's head. Like I'm fascinated by the colors, like the black face with the red body and the black tail. I think that's a visually striking fish. So that's probably what I'm gonna go with. I also played around with the bluefin tuna design a couple of months ago. Let me see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll show it to you guys on the screen real quick. See what you guys think, and if you guys think it's cool, then I'll finish it out. And I'll make it for you guys. I mean, not now, but yeah. Let's see, where is it? Well, let's see. The chat's not scrolling through. There it goes. If you don't believe me, so I say they allow shore fishing, private vessels, and you can hike the trails. If you don't believe me, go on Lake Morena website and call their fish report, and they will tell you. Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay, that's cool. So that's a place where you can go fishing right now. That's pretty nice. Thanks for that tip. Now everybody will be other shoulder to shoulder fishing. I think a sand bass would look sick. Yeah, sand bass would look pretty good, and I could work on the trilogy on sand bass and calico bass. That's true. That's another good option. Oh, a Dorado, yeah. A Dorado I'm afraid of because it's so nice. Like I don't think I have the skills to do it justice right now. It's just so nice. I love Dorado. They're beautiful. So funny. Oh well. Can't find it now. I can't find it now. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Nope. No, it's okay. I'll just post it up later if I decide to go with the tuna. Okay, cool. So okay, perfect. Okay, let's see what's going on in the chats. Dan's in here. Carlsbad Lagoon, north of power plant, south of the bridge, about a quarter mile fishing area, park across boulevard, on the beach side, and cross street. I was there today. Nice. Nice. Giving out spots, Dan. A yellowtail. Yellowtails are awesome. That'd be a good one too. Yellowtails are good. All right. The Bubba, any topic is good tonight. We're talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. It's Friday. As long as you're drinking a nice beverage, it doesn't have to be alcoholic. Okay. Dorado on the spear. Yeah, the fish in Dorado is so insane. Oh, we have a caller coming in, guys. Give me a pick up. Thank you for calling Happy Hour. This is Roman.
Hey, Roman, it's Diana. How are you doing this fine quarantine evening?
So nice to hear from you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Just out here, just had myself some Chick-fil-A right after work.
Ooh,
so
nice.
I'm out and about right now, just watching your show, and I just thought I'd give a call in.
Awesome. I'm glad you called. So tell us where you're at. I mean, as far as like your YouTubing. For those of you guys that don't know Diana, guys, it's Miss Yak Fisher. I know you fell. Yes. I know you fell off the map, and I felt a little sad when you fell off the map. I was worried.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Actually, on another note, I was actually calling in because I'd like to put in a thought on the show, and to your listeners, and just to anybody else who listens to this, show. It's kind of on a different subject, but I'd like to talk about a current event. Of course, with the coronavirus that is existing.
Right.
I am a professional visitation monitor. I work in the family court system. And one of the things that we are seeing is that the children are obviously at home right now, right? Schools are shut down and whatnot. And there's a lot of abuse that goes on, in the structure. And especially right now with, high stress, people are afraid and whatnot. The children can pick up the negative emotions and fears that the parents might be, expressing, or let's say husband and wife or partners, they're talking about the current events and how scary things might be. And the children can pick up on that. And I really think that this is a great opportunity for children and parents to bond in a more deeper way than maybe that they've never experienced before, where they can, just interact with each other in a new way, in a different way, because now the children are at home 24/7 now. And for the parents, some parents really don't, fully know how to interact. all that well, because of course there's a lot of abuse that goes on and whatnot, in the life of children. And I only say that because I see this every day.
Right.
But I think it is a great opportunity for parents and children just to interact in new ways, to be creative and, go outside and, plant some seeds or
start a
paint
garden,
fence or,
Yep.
Something like that. So it was just something that was kind of on my heart to call in, especially because I'm coming right out of work and, going through paperwork and whatnot. And then I see your show, and it's just one of those things that kind of impressed on my heart to just call and just, just to share that with whoever might be listening to this right now.
That makes sense. That's perfect. I mean, you know me, I'm all about the positivity and trying to make the best of trying to bring the best out of people. So that lines up.
Right.
I appreciate that. Any other ideas? Like I really like the idea of starting a garden with your kids, because that's like, it's like they're gonna be into it.
Right.
I've been challenged. Go ahead.
I think and because I supervise visits, I work in downtown at California Family Visitation, and I do a lot of visits where we go to the park, bowling alley, restaurants, but of course all of those places are shut down right now.
Yeah.
And we're still working because we are considered an essential business. We still need to keep the children and parents together in a continuous relationship, because we're working off of court orders and whatnot. But a lot of the parents right now, they're trying to be more and more creative in how do I interact now, because one parent may have always taken the child to go shopping. It was always like a shopping spree. Or we'd always go bowling, or we'd go to SeaWorld, and all those places are closed right now. Now these parents are trying to learn new ways of, how do I interact with my child now? Now we can't even sit in at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Now we have to be creative. So with some of the things that I've seen with parents specifically, some parents, they bought their children like a little bugs kit, or it comes with like a little magnifying glass, or you find bugs, you put it in your little jar, and you've got binoculars that comes with it, or a little journal, and just go, even if you don't have to leave your house, you can just go in the backyard and just look for whatever it is, insects, bugs, that kind of thing, or just lay out a blanket and look up at the the clouds.
Yeah, exactly. So all the stuff that we kind of lost connection with.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So now I'm seeing parents are just trying to figure it out, and it's a blessing at the same time for these parents, because they're developing something new within themselves and new with their child, that they're able to develop, new memories, different memories. And for the situations that I'm in, the cases that I work with, these parents have done a lot of negative to their families and their spouses. So now it's like they're trying to figure out, how can I improve myself? How can I evaluate myself and be healthy? Because if these parents, if they continue to stress and have fear and anxiety, you're going to build a lot of inflammation in your body as it is, and then your health condition is going to go down, and now your health is going to affect not only yourself but also your children and the people who love you.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I just wanted to call and just kind of share with that. I know it's a little off topic, but at the same time, it's just something that we're experiencing right now. All of our communities, our families, and with the high divorce rate of 60+% of marriages fail, they end up in divorce. And that doesn't include all the other families who have children and they've never been married, and this is just one of those other stressors that the nation, the world is, experiencing, and to really protect your family and, keep that negative stuff away from your children, because let them be kids. These are adult situations, conversations that should be, eliminated from our vocabulary when we have our children, in our presence, because they're just kids, their cognitive development, they may not be, they're not at that same stage that you and I are.
They can't cope with it. Yeah. They can't cope with it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Or don't know how to handle that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world for sure. And I do feel for kids that maybe don't live in the best situations. It's sad.
Yeah. Right. And I'll share with you just real quickly before I got to go. I lately every morning I'm walking in my neighborhood, just circling the block, 30 minutes every morning. And the last 2 mornings, I've heard of one particular house, and it sounds like a full house, like everybody's home, the kids are home, but you just hear F-bombs dropping, kids are crying, kids are yelling, parents are yelling. And I just, it really pressed hard on me because I would have never thought that coming out of that household, all of these types of words and vocabulary would have come out of that household, right? So I'm walking around, and every time I come back around the block, it's like something else. It's like something different, but it's always coming out of that house.
Yeah.
Well, this morning, I heard somewhat of the same thing. And, this lady is yelling at the guy, and then you have the two kids walk out of the house, and then the dad follows. And you're talking about a 2-year-old and maybe a 4-year-old.
Uh-huh.
And this guy is just mouthing off in front of his kids, to his kids, about how your mom is a this, she's a F this, and she's a that.
Yeah,
It's just, there's a lot of stress that's developing right now. And there's probably some, obviously, animosity between the two of them. But, it's just one of those things, like this is like an added stress to the parents that maybe they just don't realize the effects that it could have on the children.
Yeah, I totally get your point, and that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the, and I'm not trying to justify it in any way, but that seems like that's like the worst of the block, right? Like there's probably other houses on that block that are hopefully treating their kids well, right?
Right.
What do you do in that situation? Like what's the, if you're the neighbor that hears that all the time, should you do something about it? Or anyway, it's a whole different show, that's a whole different topic.
Right. Sure.
But I do think that, I don't know. It's like, I don't want to not focus on it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't want to paint the whole world with that brush that, hey, everybody is stressed out and everybody's treating their kids poorly, because not everybody is, right? Yeah.
Of course not. Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that some parents, they just need to be self-educated. They need to learn something different than what their parents might have taught them, or something different than the way that they were treated in maybe whatever negative form that it may have been, because now the patterns continue and you see it shine into your children's life.
That is true.
And of course, there are so many loving parents, so many loving, families out there. There's no doubt about that. But again, when there's high stress, high conflict, there's a situation that we're experiencing now that not even our own grandparents have experienced.
Yep.
School shut down, businesses closing, everything is temporarily, out. So this is a new thing for everybody, and it's also a great opportunity to connect and bond with your children because they are home, because they're with you. Yep. It's just great for all the families across the nation and the world to have that opportunity to, make some new memories and focus on the children that, yes, it's a scary time, but you know what? We're family. We have each other. We're going to make it through. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to show your true colors, right? Like it's if you're, it's all a matter of like outlook too. Like if you look at things on the bright side of positivity, and I don't know, it's like I'm not letting it get me down. Like I'm still, like I don't know, it's hard to speak on this topic. Like I feel like I'm sheltered in a way because I'm home and I don't I don't get to be around. I don't get to be around those situations where I would see like a child being treated poorly, right? But it would it would make my blood boil if I did see that,
Sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can we talk about fishing?
Well, right, let's lighten up the mood a little bit.
Yeah, show killer. I was kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
no, but
I have maybe a few minutes to talk about this if you like.
Let's talk about something distracting for a second. No, I do understand, and I wanted to give you the opportunity to get that off your chest and say that. So that's good. But I don't want to get you all wound up and then just like hang up with you, and you're gonna keep festering on it, right? Even though maybe it's something we need to do, but like let's talk about something positive for a second, and then I'll let you go.
Sounds good.
Cool. I feel like trying to make the transition is awkward. So
I'm thinking, hey, I thought we were talking about something positive here.
yeah, we are.
Talking about children and painting and like looking for bugs. So I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, that's true. Okay. So let's go with yeah. Everything fishing and everything else feels like inconsequential because of the wrongs in the world, you know? So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
okay, well, I will say one thing about fishing. Okay,
let's go.
There's so many people who are fishing. They're posting, and I'm over here thinking like, okay, can I launch? Can I put my kayak in the water? Can I fish from shore? You know, there's a lot of people who are asking these questions, and so I actually did a little bit of homework. I contacted the Port of San Diego,
cool,
and they responded to me and told me that kayaking is permitted in the bay. So it's totally fine.
In San Diego Bay?
In the San Diego Bay, that's the response I got from the Port of San Diego.
Cool, but not in Mission Bay.
No, that was not the question I had asked.
Yeah, Mission Bay. Mission Bay is completely closed at this point. But yeah, so that makes sense. It would because the guy specifically, one of the lifeguard guys specifically said that Mission Bay was closed to all activity, but he did not say San Diego Bay. So
yes. So that was as of yesterday's response from the Port of San Diego. They told me that kayaking is okay. Now, I also did receive a response from the California Wildlife, the fishing game.
Yep.
And they responded to me and also let me know that fishing is still permitted. Now, of course, you have to, from what I understood, is that you still have to respect the restrictions that are in certain places, and that, of course, we want to respect those areas as well.
So they're just telling you, I guess you can fish from a helicopter.
Right. So, and that's kind of the thing is like, well, police officers can or cannot, fight you, and then the fishing game they can. So it's like, well, whose authority is over who? And I think that's part of what people are kind of trying to figure out right now until all of this happens over. And then others are saying, well, just stick it through, stay at home, and that's great. But for others, fishing is part of them. It's how they release stress. It's how they get their exercise in. Specifically for myself, it's my exercise. I love being outside, and it's part of exercise. So that's what I choose. But I think there's the clarity isn't all, there unless, you find the right source, the resource to, answer those questions.
Oh, that makes sense. So
yeah.
Cool. So, but even then, even though it's open, guys, I still wouldn't recommend going out. I know it's more difficult for you guys than it is for me because I'm already used to working from home. But but it's a risk you're taking, and it might seem like the news reports are like contradicting each other and saying that it's almost over or whatever. But like according to the charts and like the cities that had this earlier than we did, like in New York, they started quarantining, and their rate of infection has slowed down a little bit, but it's still going up. There's still people like reporting that they're getting infected and all that stuff, and a lot of people that aren't reporting that they're infected because they can't test them. So it's going to get a lot worse. I think they're predicting like 20 days. They'll hit their peak in 20 days, right? So that's like it's a long time, and they were ahead of us by like a couple of weeks, right? So we gotta stay home because the more we stay home, the less people will get infected at the same time, and that's kind of what we want, so we don't overwhelm the healthcare system, right? So yeah, stay home. Right. If you need to.
That definitely makes sense too, and I think also, with a lot of people staying home, it doesn't, some people may not stay as mobile. Like, let's say, okay, let's go for a walk around the block, 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. And for some others, they may just decide to just literally lock down and stay in. And people can, have other health issues like lack of blood circulation, blood flow, and whatnot, and causing inflammation. So for some, yes, they're going all the way. I'm here for the next month or two, or however long I have to be, and I'll just stay within my few blocks. Then others are saying, you know what, this is all voluntary, and I'm going to keep my distance 6 feet apart from everyone. I'll wash my hands, sanitize, won't touch my face. I'll do all the safety precautions that I probably usually do on a regular basis. And from there, just hope everything goes okay. So,
right.
Yeah,
it's cool. That's part of
Very
America.
good,
You got your own. You get to choose. Right, choose your adventure.
You have your freedom.
Yeah, perfect.
Exactly.
Cool.
So, and everyone's going to handle it differently too, and that's respectable as well, of course. So, awesome. All right, Roman. Well, hey, I'm enjoying your show, and
awesome.
Congratulations on that. And I'll see you around, or I'll stay tuned in your show.
Awesome. Thank